Hey, what's going on, everybody? Happy Friday. Hope you guys are having a great day today. I'm going to give it a minute just to let everybody come on in. Let me know where you are tuning in from, where you're watching from today. Good to see everybody here. Good to see everybody here. What's going on, Mr. Williams? Good to see you. Man, I got a lot of exciting stuff to share today. Just a lot of excitement in the debt ecosystem. And man, I hope you guys are feeling it. Hey, Bob, how are you, my friend? Good to see you. All right, let me go ahead and shut this down. All right. So, how is your day going? Hope you guys are having a fantastic Friday. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Travis Flaherty. I am the IX Debt Ambassador. And first of all, if you've just been added to this community, I'd love to welcome you here and give you just some pointers on how you can maximize the information that's in this group. So first of all, this group is 100% focused on educating people about the different debt projects that we have to offer, the different IX nodes that are available. And so there's a lot of great information that's in this group and a lot of great experts and mentors that are here, a lot of great crypto enthusiasts that we have everything from experienced experts that have earned 7 figures and beyond in the crypto space, currently involved in this community, all the way down to people that are just getting started in learning. And I want to acknowledge that, in fact, I was just talking to my friends, Kevin and Sarah, just a few minutes ago. Hey, Dr. Aaron. And it can be a little bit overwhelming in the beginning stages when you're first getting around, crypto, right? There's a lot of these, it's almost like they have their own lingo. Cryptocurrency enthusiasts have their own lingo, their own language, and some of these words. I'll never forget the first time somebody said mining to me. I started mining Ethereum back in 2016, but when I first heard about it and somebody started saying mining, I'll be honest, I was like, do people have are they like miners, like coal miners? Like, are they in a well somewhere or in a mine somewhere? My grandfather was a coal miner, so I didn't know. And then I started hearing terms like hash rate. Somebody asked me, what's the hash rate? And I was like, the only hash that I know is hash browns, and that's about it. That was like my knowledge base when I first got started. So I want you to know that if you're kind of new and this all sounds a little out there or different, there is a little bit of a learning curve. But I think it's a great thing to learn because cryptocurrency is here to stay. And I think that we've witnessed some pretty amazing adoption over the last 11 years, and more specifically, even the last 3 or 4 years. And now 4% of the entire population is holding cryptocurrency. But I would dare say that, more than half of the population is curious about it, want to learn about it. And then among those are individuals that want to know where to invest. They just don't know what are the best projects. So our hope in this community is to bring vetted projects to the table that are that have been vetted, that we know what to look for, and we've spent time with the owners and we've looked under the hood, and we wouldn't be here if we didn't believe in the debt projects. So we're here to educate, and there's some great resources that are here. If you look right up here at the top under the featured section in this group, there's some great presentations that are there that you can start learning. There is a welcome post that is up there, and it's a great place. If you do add somebody to the group, you can tag them on that post and just say, hey, here's 3 great presentations to get you started. And the first presentation is just an overview, talks a little bit about why crypto was created, how it's evolved over the years, kind of the good and the bad, and what to look for. And then more specifically breaks down the relationship between IX Global and debt. And it also breaks down the different node projects that we have, the pricing structure, even as far as taking you into the back office so that you can see what it all looks like and how it pays out. So you can learn all about that. The second one, if you haven't watched this yet, even if you are a active member in our community, I would encourage you, if you haven't seen this yet, the second link on that welcome post is an interview that I did with the owners of the debt box. His name is Jason Anderson. And in my due diligence process, once I heard a little bit about this, I actually wanted to meet the owner. I wanted to look him in the eye. I wanted to hear him speak about his projects, and I wanted to ask some difficult questions, the type of questions that I think that you guys would want to know. At that time, I was primarily interested in just being an investor, buying some of the nodes, but I, the thought hadn't even crossed my mind yet about aligning with them in the capacity that I am now. And so I got on a Zoom and I interviewed him. And on that Zoom, I had my son and I had my son's father, father-in-law, my son's father, it sounded kind of weird, my son's father-in-law, and just some friends. And I recorded that, and it's become an extremely valuable asset. A lot of people that have watched it have said, after watching that, I get it. Like I can see how brilliant these guys are. Following that, I actually flew up to Salt Lake City, and I spent some time both with the IX Global owner, Joe Martinez, and sat down with Jason and Jake Anderson, and really got to know this ecosystem forwards and backwards and the vision of what they were building here. And I think that was when the aha moment started to happen for me. And I started to realize, wait a second. So you're telling me that you guys are introducing the world's first ecosystem in the entire cryptocurrency space that's actually backed by real world commodities. And I got to tell you, at that point, I thought, number one, why wouldn't I want to be a part of that, especially if I can get in early on some of these projects, right? But more specifically, I realized that there's a big opportunity here. And so, that has since progressed to the point now where I've accepted this role, and I have the opportunity to be able to work directly with Joe and his team. And they're amazing, by the way. I love working with these guys. Work around the clock and just absolutely brilliant at what they do on the IX Global side. And for those of you that don't know the nature of the relationship, IX Global is the distribution arm for debt. They are the wholesaler for debt, and they're the exclusive wholesaler for debt. So, the only other place that you can buy licenses is if you go directly to debt, but you're also going to pay a lot more money because they sell them for the retail value of the license. So, hey, Angie, how are you? Hey, Bunmi, how are you today? Good to see you. So with that, I really enjoyed just learning about this, and I realized this is going to be huge because I think people are tired of speculation. I think they're tired of the hype. They're tired of the pump and dump coins, the rug pulls, the burn and churn projects that have no substance. People are looking for value, right? They're not looking for hype. They're looking for substance. They're looking for tangibility. And for all of those reasons, I chose to get involved with the debt box. So I encourage you to look around, check out some of the presentations. Be sure to get back to the person that invited you to the group when you have questions, and they'll be able to help you get started if you decide you want to pick up some nodes. So it's an exciting day. You can just kind of feel, I hope you guys can feel it. I don't know if you guys can feel it too. Darcy, I know I got to call you back. I'm so sorry. I've been just going from one to the other. I promise I will call you back. I have one more Zoom right after this, and then I will call you. But you guys can probably feel it, right? Like what's happening right now. I was talking to Jason yesterday. First of all, let me just show you guys this. This is mind-boggling. I don't know if you guys have seen this yet or not. Let me share my screen here. This is just insane. Okay. Look at this. Now, this is a really good time to say that past performance doesn't guarantee future performance. I'm not a financial advisor. Everything that I'm sharing with you today is just my personal opinion. This should not be considered financial advice. There is risk involved with cryptocurrency, and there are no guarantees with mining licenses or mining nodes. Never invest more than you can afford to lose. Seek expert advice and do your own due diligence, right? You have to decide for you the same way that I decided for me whether or not this is right and a good fit for you. So what's up, Ricardo? Are you feeling it, brother? Come on, man. You got to be feeling what's going on right now. So let's look at this. Let's break this down for a moment, you guys. So these are our debt projects. Now, I got to say, I don't want to be one of these guys that cherry picks the best day and share. Look, they fluctuate, right? This is cryptocurrency. It goes up and it goes down. There are some days that it's down a little bit. Some days it's up. For me personally, I am not choosing to focus on the price right now. I'm choosing to focus on the value, right? Some people get so caught up in the price that they lose the focus of the value. For me, I'm focused on coin accumulation. I'm focused on getting in these projects early so that I can enjoy the benefit of the higher payouts of tokens before more and more node holders come online, so that I can accumulate as many tokens as I possibly can. Why? I'll use my personal example. I own about 14 million NatG tokens. I've mined that in 2 months based on, I have 10 NatG licenses. So, you know, hypothetically speaking, there's no guarantee that this can happen, but right now NatG is at 0.00045. It was at 0.00038 or 39 yesterday. So what happens if 2 of those zeros drop off? What happens if 3 of those zeros drop off? What happens if it goes to $1 and I'm holding 14 million tokens? Now, you could say, well, what if it doesn't? You're right. That's the risk. It comes down to, then you have to start asking yourself questions like, do I believe in cryptocurrency that it's going to become more popular or less popular over the next 3 to 5 years? Do I believe that in that time, people are going to be seeking out more real world tangible products and projects that actually have something backing them, versus just the speculation moon coins that have sheep or dogs or foxes or whatever that people tweet about, and there's no real purpose, yet, you know, they go up just because, and, you know, you're hoping to get lucky. Do you think that people are going to be looking for opportunities to be able to build entire portfolios? Think about this. Never before in the history of cryptocurrency, never before has there been an opportunity to actually build a portfolio inside of an ecosystem. I mean, you could go get on an exchange and buy this and buy that, and it's from different places and different projects, but to build an entire ecosystem and a portfolio all backed by commodities, never before. So I'm not, you know, I realize that they're not always up, but I do have to point this out. This is today. And I want you to consider for a moment what's going on in the cryptocurrency space as a whole. We are in a bear market, right? Bear market. It's cyclical, goes up, goes down. We're in a bear market right now. You build wealth, just so you know, in a bear market, you build wealth in a bear market with the decisions that you make in a bear market, but you realize that wealth when we go into a bull market. And some of you are going to be really excited in 2023 and 2024. You're going to be really excited, but you have to be patient, right? I mean, this is not your next moon coin that you just got in and I hope that you go. I mean, we went up 145% in Explorer, but we also just hit the exchange today, right? How cool is that? Fastest token that we've ever had hit an exchange. And we just went live with Explorer and Aluminum on PancakeSwap today. So the crypto industry as a whole is in a bear market. And a lot of the coins across the board, if you go look at them, they're in the red. But if you look at all of our projects, they're in the green right now. And I hope that you understand, and this right here gives you a little bit of the feel, a little bit of the burn, a little bit of the excitement of things to come, because it's an exciting time. Guys, this is a brand new community, a brand new ecosystem. We have our proof of concept with Black Gold, which just sold out last night. I'm going to talk about that here in just a moment. But every one of you is here on every one of these projects now in the accumulation phase. Every project goes through different phases. Is Bitcoin in an accumulation phase today? No. It was 10 years ago when people were collecting thousands of coins every day. Could you imagine mining Bitcoin and getting thousands of Bitcoin a day when they were worth 0.000 something? And now they're worth $20,000 a coin, right? So you are in a very exciting time with these projects. With that being said, again, there are no guarantees, but for me, I'd much rather be in something that's backed by a real world commodity that's in high demand. So I thought I'd share this because this is just exciting stuff. Congratulations to those of you that picked up an Explorer license. Congratulations to those of you that are in NatG, because I just think that project is fantastic. I'm going to give you a fact about that here in a few minutes. I was on the phone with Jason yesterday for about a half an hour, just getting some information about some of these different projects. Congratulations for all of you that got in on BGLD before it sold out. So fun stuff, you guys, fun stuff. So with that being said, black gold is sold out. Yes, there is still Nat G. We still have Nat G. Black gold is sold out. So I've had many of you reaching out going, man, can you get me just one more? Can you get me one more? They are gone. They are, I had at least a dozen people reach out today wanting more black gold, and they're gone. Do you realize that black gold, we were selling for $6,000 yesterday? And today the retail value and what it's selling for over at debt, because they still have a few left, at $52,000. And the NFT, because when it sells out, it becomes an NFT, retail value is now $52,000. And you might say, well, why would somebody buy that? Why would somebody spend $50,000, $40,000, $30,000, whatever to buy your license? Well, it's a 10-year license that's perpetual. So when they're sold out, people are going to go, man, I wish I could get in on that. Some of you guys wish that you could get in on the debt license right now, right? Some of you want to get in on the debt license, but they're not available. They're sold out. Now, I'll let you know a little secret. They held back 5,000, and they're going to introduce those at the beginning of next year, only the last 5,000. But everybody wants to get their hand on that. Debt is producing about 1 token a day right now. That's the difference in phases, right? So it's producing 1 token a day, but you guys just saw debt's trading at about $20 a day right now. It was up to 26 last week, as opposed to something like Nat G, which a license as of right now is producing about 20,000 tokens a day. Do you guys understand the advantage of getting in early, right? Because think about it, if you got into debt and you were collecting thousands of tokens early on, and it's now at $20 per token, you guys would be really happy, right? Now you understand why we've created a millionaire in this ecosystem every 3 days since they launched it. So, so with that being said, black gold is sold out. Nat G is 50% sold out. So Nat G came out on May 1st. And I'm going to let you guys in on a little secret. I've been given permission to share this. On 8/1, we are sending our first burns to the burn wallet in Nat G. We're burning $6.5 million on 8/1. What does that mean? It means that we are taking the profits from our debt partners. We get royalties. They hire us as an exploratory company. We help them save money with our scan technology. We get royalties on the projects. They take those royalties and they buy up tokens in the ecosystem, and they send them to a burn wallet, which means they can never be used again. So it's a deflationary mechanism. So I want you to think about this. Let's just think about, I know, right, Ricardo? So I want you to think about this for a moment. If the demand is going up, we've already sold 50% of the licenses in 3 months. Black gold sold out in about, what, 10 months? I think Nat G might even do it sooner. 50% in 3 months. But we have so many more people that are starting to come into the ecosystem now. So the demand is definitely going up. Would you guys agree, right? The demand is going up, but the supply of token is going down because they're taking token with their profits and burning it. Additionally, as people transact, 2% every time goes to the burn wallet. So you have a limited supply of token that's doing this. You have a demand that's doing this. Can anybody tell me what that does to the value? What happens to the value in that situation? Darcy, you know better than anybody what happens. Guys, Monday night, I'm doing a mentor call. This coming Monday. By the way, tomorrow, Saturday, we're going to do a training. You guys, for those of you that are part of the business community, we're going to do a training tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard, 11 Eastern. So you'll find that information up at the business side. But can anybody tell me what happens when you've got supply going down, demand going up? The housing market, the last couple of years, what happened to the value? The tokenomics here are absolutely brilliant. Jason, do you see all those greens, Jason? Did you see? You got some of you guys just came on. I gotta share this one more time. Just make sure everybody saw it. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that just lovely right there? Look at all that green. It's good stuff, right? So look at that, Explorer, 145% today. So anyways, if you understand the deflationary mechanisms, our first burn is going to happen on 8/1. Now, does that mean on 8/2 the tokens are going to skyrocket? Listen, there are no guarantees. We can't tell you what's going to happen. I can't guarantee you a percentage of an interest rate. That's illegal, right? All these 1% per day, 2% per, that's illegal, just so you know. At some point, the SEC is going to come in and shut those people down because that is illegal. We sell mining nodes. We don't sell guarantees. We don't sell investments, and we don't sell cryptocurrency. Okay, this is not an ICO. We're not selling coin and raising capital. Every token that is in circulation came from a mining node. So I want to be very clear about that. But with that being said, as you start to, you just think about the economics, there could be some activity in the month of August. You could start seeing that G catching on fire, maybe. We'll see, right? Does it happen in 24 hours? No, it typically takes about 30 days, but our first burns start on 8/1. So we haven't even gotten started yet on that G, guys. We haven't even gotten started. People are always like, when's it going to go up? When's it going to go up? When's it going to go up? Guys, these are, for me, this is a 2 to 3 year project. Like I get the big picture. If you want to cash in when it's up 20%, take your little margins and profits, do it. If you want to take your coin every day, do it. You can actually, every day you can pull your money out. That's fine. I'm here because I believe, and I believe that in 2024, 2025, a lot of us are going to be high-fiving each other. So NatG is 50% sold out. We're going to have some exciting news coming out. Actually, I'm supposed to share this because they haven't shared it yet. I'm going to share it just because this is a private group. We're amongst friends here, right? So Debt and they'll put a banner out on this, so I wouldn't post this until Debt releases this information, but they just sold their 1,000,000th license. 1 millionth license. Think about that. 1 million licenses. 44, I think it is 44,000 active wallets that are online in 19 different countries around the world. So when you're talking about validation and you're talking about, is this real? I mean, a million licenses. Guys, we did over 100 million in sales in 48 hours last week. Success leaves clues. Success leaves clues. I've been part of projects that just never took off. It was supposed to hit these exchanges. They were supposed to get the liquidation. And nothing happened, right? Every day it seems like there's an announcement. I was talking to Jason yesterday. He's like, we have so many announcements because I've never done a newsletter at halfway through the month, but I had to because we have so many announcements right now. So I got to Zoom in 5 minutes, so I got to crank here. So anyways, lots of cool stuff that's going on. We did our first halving with NatG on 7/1, have our first burn on 8/1. We started, just so you guys know, with a few targets with NatG projects. We now have over 15 targets. So what's happening is we're continually bringing on more debt partners, which, if you understand, again, the economics of it all, we don't add more coins and we don't add more licenses, but that just adds to the profitability. Some of you might say, well, what happens if crude oil comes down? It will fluctuate. That's okay, because we continually are bringing on more and more oil. So what else can I give you? So do you guys know? So here's the good news. If you missed black gold, NatG is the exact same tokenomics. And I'm going to share something with you guys, and I want you to hear this. We have more in dollar reserves in NatG than we do in black gold. You guys picking up what I'm putting down? I'm going to say that again. We have more in dollar reserves in NatG than we do in black gold. We just have to get to them. And it's a process. It takes time. Do you guys realize that Debt, so you guys know that Debt's a retailer. People can go to Debt and buy, and they sell NatG licenses right now for $40,000, just so you guys know. They were selling black gold. I think there's still a few left they have. I think they said they had 24 yesterday. Then we needed an additional 12 to just meet the demand that was coming in. So they probably have a few left. They're selling them at 52,000, but NatG is selling for 40,000 right now. The average investor for Debt is buying about $100,000 every time that somebody buys through Debt. The people that are buying are big investors that are coming in on that side of things. What IX has done is created the ability for you and I and everyone else to be able to participate at the level that we are without having to come in with $100,000 or buy licenses at $40,000. So we owe a big thanks to Joe, because Joe buys tens of thousands of licenses when they first come out, and to keep the price down so that we can enjoy these wholesale prices. So yeah, we've got about 50% sold, more in dollar reserves in Nat G than black gold. So if you missed black gold, then don't miss Nat G. I'm just going to tell you guys, don't miss it. Grow, another fantastic project. We are partnering with a conglomerate of farms that we've partnered with. We're talking about high yielding agriculture like CBD and hemp, a number of different types of CBD and hemp, and all of the different, different versions of that. We've got farms in the USA and Ghana on that project. Soybeans, cocoa, those are some other ones that are in high demand right now. Carbon credits. So what they do is they go and they meet with these farms, and we help them to become carbon, to actually earn money with their crops. So let's say that we have to start by scanning the land. And then once we do that, then we have to get them approved. And let's say that on that plot of land, there's 26,000 crops. Each crop has a dollar value. And so we essentially go to these farmers and say, look, we can help. It's free money to them. We help them become carbon certified. We've got an entire team that works just on Grow for this. And that feeds into the Grow project. Now, Grow we're in the very early stages of Grow still. So that one's going to take a little bit of time to get into the tokenomics, but it has huge potential. Probably take 5 to 8 months before we really get into the tokenomics on that one. Doesn't mean that you still won't see activity. I mean, you see some today. We've seen some all week actually in that project. And it has a very limited supply of token as well. So that's one that's really a lot of fun. Aluminum, fantastic opportunity with that. You guys know that we just went with Aluminum and Explorer. We just hit the pancake swap today. So now you can liquidate and trade and do whatever you want to do there. So that's exciting stuff. Do you guys know that Explorer, even though the satellite won't go into space until sometime, most likely the end of this year or early next year, we use Explorer to bring other projects to the market. So, we will introduce projects like lithium and others, and that's kind of like our testing ground. And so that all feeds into the Explorer project even before the satellite launches. What else? Yeah, 40,000 active licenses, 1 million licenses sold. They release new projects every quarter. So based on that, we could potentially see some new stuff down in the fall. And the last thing that I want to share for today, and I've got some people in my waiting room, I've got to go get them. So the last thing I want to share today is this. It's very likely that you will see an increase on pricing on Nat G aluminum and Explorer coming in the next few days, the next few weeks. I don't have the exact day. Joe hasn't told me. But what happens as the projects mature, as you start to see, values going up, just like black gold that came out at 1,000, we were selling it for 6. So we still raised our prices, but they were selling it for 52. So you could see some increases in those licenses. So if you want to get in on them, get in on them now. So that is all I've got for you guys today. I hope you guys are as excited as I am. I am having so much fun and enjoying being a part of this community. And I hope that you guys are too. I hope that you guys are getting value out of being here. Explorer right now is 1,000. Aluminum is 1,000. Gold, by the way, gold is a conservative play. So it's going to be just slow and steady, right? But even gold's up today. It's a slow and steady project. One of the ones that is one of the most solid because you can actually exchange your tokens for real gold. Like we have a vault of gold, so you can do that. So anyways, I hope that this, just wanted to give you guys some updates as I'm getting in a lot of excitement going on in this community. Continue to invite your friends, continue to invite people. Please don't spam people about this group. We want people that have been invited and they have said, yes, I would love to be able to come into the community and check it out. And with that, as always, I appreciate you guys. Happy Friday, and we will see you guys soon. You guys take care.